Good morning everyone. Myself Mr. Shoiab Ahmed. I'm here with my colleague Mr. Raghavendra SP. We are from Jain College of Engineering, Shimoga, Karnataka, India there. So now we are here to give a presentation related to teaching there. So we are coming from the computer science background. The subject what we have selected is called as UML, that's Unified Modeling Language. And under that the concept what we'll be covering today here is a use case modeling.
Good morning everyone. Myself Mr. Raghavendra SP. So here I am to explain few objectives of why actually we need to explain or why we need to learn UML. In this regards, first we will consider the first objective, that is to describe actually how actually a system will behave with the outside world. So it's a dynamic issue. So that is why we have to go for UML diagrams, in particularly for use case diagram. The second objective is to demonstrate how actually read and interpret. So how to draw a use case diagram and what is actually use case diagram, what are the different kinds of notations and symbols used. So all those things we will discuss here.
So to start up, what is the main use of this UML diagram? See, this UML diagram, it is been used to model a particular real-time problem. For example, whatever it may be, for example, a university, a dam construction, whatever real-time applications we have, we need to model before it goes for your implementation phase. So before going for modeling, first we should know what is our system and what is the behavior it is going to exhibit in its process. So first we'll understand what do you mean by system behavior. A system behavior, a major concept in your UML, it describes how a system will be acting and how it will be reacting for the various actions and activities which are going to be happen in your system there. So normally a system behavior can be captured very efficiently by using a tool called as use cases there. So these use cases, they are nothing but which are going to describe the interaction between the system and the various parts of its system which comprises its environment there.
The next thing is actually what is a use case model. So here a model is nothing but which describes a system's functional requirements in terms of use cases. A model is nothing but something which is closer to the reality or something to be built in the future. So if you want to understand it in a better manner, we have to go for the models. And a model of the system is intended functions. In particularly, if you are going for a model, definitely everyone has to go through the use cases. And for this purpose, we are considering an example here. A student has to register for a given course. So here we are considering a student as an actor. Actor is nothing but one particular person who interact with the given system. And with respect to the student, what kind of behaviors or what kind of different types of operations he can perform with respect to the registration process, which includes he can view the report card, he can register for the given course, and by using credentials he can log in and log out, he can perform those things.
So next is, we have seen just an abstract of what a use case is with a simple pictorial representation. Now before moving on to the upper thing what we have in use case, let's go on through what's the benefits a use case modeling is going to render for a particular purpose. So use case model, it's to be very simple, it's a pictorial representation of any complex system there, which can make a particular guy, if he is into a course of implementation, which will help him what could be the style of implementation he can go for. So the major benefits encompasses the communication, the identification and the verification. So ease of communication, we can easily identify who are the major things to be considered and who cannot be taken for the major thing there. The next is, even once we complete, we can go for the task of verification, whether what was been decided and what is been obtained are equal.
The next thing is, now we will consider different kinds of notations as well as the different kinds of symbols which are used to draw a given use case diagram. So the major concepts here are, first one is the symbol so called as actor. So this can be represented by using a symbol so called as a stick diagram. So actor represents anything that interacts with the system. It may be an actor or a user, or he may be another system also. Then the second category of symbols here are the elliptical shapes, that is nothing but the use cases. Actually use case nothing but different kinds of operations which will be performed by the system with respect to the given actors.
So next is, I'll be giving you an introduction about an actor more briefly. See, an actor is a particular person who is having a main importance in a particular system designing there. First one, it can be roles of a different users which can be played with different functionalities there. It can be a human being or a machine or another supporting system itself. See, these actors, they can interact within the system by exchanging the information at two different level of phases. The first phase is he can be an active interacting information system actor, or he can be a passive recipient of the information. So is the person who will be giving the major information, and even there is need not that the actor to be a part of the system. Even I can have an actor who is from external thing there.
So now we will define what is actually a use case. So coming to the definition, a use case is nothing but an instances where each instance is nothing but a sequence of actions a system can perform with respect to the environment. It means series of process or series of operations we can perform with respect to the given system. Next, a use case model is a dialogue between one or more actors in the system. It makes us a communication, or it makes us an association between a given system and with respect to the actors or the users. Next, a use case describes the actions of the system. Actions means something which is dynamic in with respect to the various concepts. Here, a given system, how it actually behaves with the system or outside world can be illustrated by using the use cases.
So next is, here is a sample example relating a use case plus an actor, what we have been telling about that. So here this is a simple use case model which is showing a dialogue between an actor and an existing system there. So what is happening here is, we now just find out an independent actor and independent use case there. See, if you want to bring these independent entities of a use case modeling under the execution phase, you should create some relationship or some association between an actor and a use case. So that particular association we are representing pictorially using a single directed arrow there. So those are called as use case associations there. So that is what we have illustrated. We are having a simple actor there, and he is having an association related to one use cases there. So what will be the possible use cases and what could be the possible actors, that will be seeing in the next slide.
Next, we'll take an example here that already I have told how a student will be going to register himself with a given course. In this regards, we will consider totally 5 actors here. First actor is student, second actor is professor, third one is course catalog, fourth one is registrar, and fifth one is a clerk who maintains the billing system. First, we will consider various use cases which are relevant to the student actor. What kind of actions or behavior of a student with respect to the student enrollment or enrollment to the course. The first one is, after enrollment of a course, once he has registered for the course, he can view the report card, means what is the status of his performance. Then he can register himself with the course. That is another operations what he can perform, or another use case what we can say. Next one is, he can log in by using his credentials to see what is the status of all his performance. Next, another actor here is professor. Professor, he is once again an actor. What kind of operations a professor can perform with respect to the institution or with respect to the system? Once again, he can log into the system. Then he can choose an appropriate course for teaching to the students. Next, the third one is, once he has conducted various types of tests for the students, he can analyze the performance and he can submit the marks in the form of grades.
So the next actor what we have in our diagram here is the registrar. He is the person who is managing the everything happening there. So he has a login credential, plus he will be maintaining all information related to a professor, information related to all the students there. So regarding the closing of a registration will be even taken care by the registrar there. And the next actor what we are having in the diagram is a billing system, nothing but a clerk who is going to close the registration, checking out the financial concept there. And the fifth actor is a course catalog who is having a direct interaction with the use cases, registration for the courses, and the selecting a teacher for the course there. So this is a presentation which is telling what we are going to do. So the same thing we will be depicting by using a tool called as a IBM's rational rows. Now we will be showing you how that is going to happen then. So now we have already installed this particular software there. Now I am showing, so I am having an IBM rational wherein this is called as a ROSE Enterprise Edition there. So first you need to specify which is the language you are using for implementing a system there. So for the sample I am selecting J2EE. Now I am pressing clicking the OK button there. Now in my software all the modules have been loaded there. So now we'll see a sample way how to create a use case diagram for the same example what we had in our presentation, that is called as your use cases of a student there. So this is the class diagram view. So directly we'll be focusing on to your okay, next we'll be moving on to your
yes, this is a perfect platform to draw UML diagrams, so called as rational rows. So this is the place where we can draw the UML diagrams, and this is a menu bar, and this particular place is so called as a toolbox which contains various tools to draw the UML diagrams. First you shall go to the browse options, and under that we have use case diagram. That is the first category of diagrams, and we will choose a new diagram to draw and press OK. Here we have to give the suitable name for the use case diagram. Then by using these particular tools, I will use the drag and drop option to draw the use case diagram. First I will choose the various type of actors. Since I am using for a student enrollment system, I will consider the first set of actors as a student, and here I will type the name of the actor as student. Then I will consider various types of different types of operations what a student can perform. The first one is view a report card. So that is the first use case. Next I will consider another use case so called as register for course. A student has to register for a course. Next, the third use case is he has to log in to the system. Now if you want to make any association among these entities, first we have to draw the appropriate associations by using association or unidirectional association symbol which is present
in the left side of your toolbox there. So before going on to that, let us first align the different use cases in a proper manner there, so that it looks little neater there. So first the association what we'll be using here is a unidirectional association. So since this is an association of a student with a use case called as view a report card, this is to be done in the same manner. So I'll show it for the second one. Just go click on the unidirectional thing, bring your mouse, so start clicking from the student, take up to your second use case middle part and just leave it. So this is the second thing, and the same thing I am doing for the third one, that is start from the student, take your association directly to your login screen. So this is a sample thing wherein we have created a use case for a sample student problem, wherein I am having one single actor called as a student, and he is having three associations. One is for the use case viewing a report card, second one is for registering for a course, and third one is for creating a login credentials. So this is how we can model any given real-time problem with our own way, and we can use this as a abstract thing for going for the implementation in any of the languages. For more information related to this particular tool there, see the same UML diagram what we have written that can be implemented by using a Java language or a advanced Java thing there. So this is about the process of how to start up with the use case, identify a problem, and then finally bringing it to a state of modeling with the help of a rational rows software. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to our presentation.
Thank you for your patience listening for our presentation. Thank you.